10 years you've known me as R and J, the one that's brought you the independent content, the one that discovered you to the world of Zentai suits with a little bit of assistance. I mean, you can't do it on your own. And the one that's always been the trendsetter. But now, it's time for a change, not just in life, but in general. Hey folks, this is Cecilia, formerly RJ. Now before you start asking, what the heck's happened to RJ? Why is he in this? Well, let me make a correction. Why is she like this? Well, it's a complex story to tell, but I thought I'd take a few minutes of the time here on April Fool's Day, and no, this is not an April Fool's joke. I wouldn't play an April Fool's joke, especially after the last time I had something happen to me, like a shredder blow up in my face. But I thought I'd take a few minutes today to explain why am I dressed in the opposite gender. Now, if you've been following me on Twitter for some time, you may have noticed some name changes. First off, I mean, we went from my legal name to Cecilia J. And that's confused a lot of people, especially organisations which have my Twitter handle. But I'm here to explain and to announce well, not necessarily officially, that yes, I am transgendered, yes, I'm male to female, and yes, this is my own decision, no one forced me to do it. Now you may be wondering why? Why give up a life of being being your birth gender? Well, it's not that easy to explain. As you probably would have known through Angel the Argyle and from the exec video blogs that I used to do, that I have a female side, but I've never really fully embraced it until now. A couple of years ago, yes, when Guide to Zentai was just starting, I started to have feelings that something wasn't right. I started to experiment with wearing clothes in the opposite gender, confined behind these four walls and the door, as you see behind me. That's the outside world, but I'll explain why in a moment. And I started to experiment, which turned into cross-dressing, and eventually 2 or 3 years ago, officially becoming transgendered, coming out of my parents. And that wasn't a pleasant experience to do, but I had to eventually tell them, and I'm not going to go into details on why they and how they reacted. That's for another video. So, you may be asking the big question, why RJ, why? Or in this case, why Cecilia, why? Well, it's very complex to explain, but one of them was my childhood, which I've had a fascination with the opposite gender. And then another thing is life. As you probably would have been guessing, over the last 10 years, I've been through a lot of hell. I mean, I lost my nan in 2009 and had a mental health breakdown. I lost my pop in 2012 and almost went through it again. And then a few years later, my grandma went. And at the time, it really hurt me. And the only relief was to embrace this character, which is now officially myself. And at the time, I had an alias, which of course was Cecilia, and being Spanish, which of course translates now to my Equestria Girls original character Charmy, taking on some of those traits. This is what I want to do in life. And I know there's going to be some people who are going to object in this, but I don't mind opinion. Now everyone's going to have their opinions and feelings about this. I mean, people are going to be saying, hey, I'm happy for you, best of luck in your journey. And others are going to say to me, oh, why did you have to go down that path anyway? Look, 10 years ago, I couldn't handle opinion. Today, I can. And I don't care what people think of me, how I look, and how I dress. This is just a change in looks, scenery, and much more. Alright? I'm not going to give a toss if someone tells me that I'm not going to be who I am and want to be, okay? That doesn't worry me one bit. Okay, there may be a few trolls who may be doing a little severe damage, but overall, this is who I want to be in life. And there's nothing that's going to stop me from, well, achieving my ultimate goal. And out that door there is probably where I want to be. Unfortunately, the powers that be says I can't go out there. So, unfortunately, I'm stuck in here for the time being. But that's just the main point of it. And as you know, as I say, things change in life, and we go in different directions. I mean, with the brainy thing, it didn't work out as well as planned in the end. But then this came along, and now it's working out pretty well. So in general, what does this mean for you? I'm still going to be behind the same camera. I'm still going to be talking to you in the same exact thing, although I want to get my voice a little higher. But nothing major is going to change just yet. This is just the announcement. The transition journey is going to take a little bit longer to do. And heck, even if I don't get to it, I mean, that's life. Yes, I am transgendered, and I'm proud to be transgendered. And that's the way it's going to be. And if anyone doesn't like it, well, fine. This is my goal, and this is my dream, and this is who I want to be. This is going to be me, and that's all that matters.